Hey everyone, sorry it might be a bit windy and noisy, hopefully you can hear me over the racket. So just a bit more information. Now what we're looking at here is a fenced off area outside the courts. Where they've got their drill rig set up is actually on the grass. And yeah, the grass is a bit torn up there from where they brought the rig in and done a U-turn. It's tracked and it's just torn up like the top inch of the grass, and that's about it. The pipes they are drilling with, they'd be maybe 5 or 6 inches across. And that's all they're doing, is they're drilling 140 holes here, and then they're grouting them, filling them up with concrete, I guess, to stabilise the soil. Now, I guess you could easily confuse a tracked drill rig with a bulldozer if you've never worked with plant and machinery before and never seen a D9 or a grader or a scraper or anything in operation. If you've never been out of the inner city in your life, well, it's an obvious mistake. But yeah, this area is actually not the nicely blue surfaced courts, it's the grassy area outside. Now, there is another drill rig a bit further back there on the left. See, there's the orange, what is that thing? It's like a gripper. They're using that to pick up the pipes. And behind that on the left is another drill rig. That is actually inside the area of the courts. But from what I can see, it's done no damage to the surface as they've brought it in. Now on the far side, on the southern end, there is an area where they have in fact scraped off the surface of the court by look of things. Probably half the size of a tennis court, maybe less. It's all sandbagged and they've got some stuff in there. I don't know why they've done that. But that's the only area of court where I can actually see the surface has been damaged. There's stuff like fencing, etc. in there, but it's all sitting on pallets. So the weight of the stuff is spread out on the surface and it's not going to damage it or scrape it. There's containers in there, but again, they don't look like they've damaged the surface. So yeah, again, I don't know where this talk of bulldozers is and destroying the courts. By the look of it, that southern section, if that's all they're scraping up, it's a fairly easy job to just relay that and repaint it. And the grass will grow back out here. If they are drilling any of these 6-inch size holes in the courts, I guess they'll just have to plug them and reseal it. Yeah, that's about it. So unless they come down here and do something significantly different in the near future, these courts are in good shape. And I hate to say it, but we're going into lockdown and no one's going to be playing any sport down here for some time. So it's probably complaining about nothing. I mean, obviously, if we weren't in lockdown, kids would be down here using them, and it'd be a different matter. But as circumstances have turned out, well. Anyway, like I said, I'll come down. I do come down here on my way to the Cooks River on a regular basis. If I see any different, I'll post an update.
Behind me here at our brand new netball courts in Haberfield, the state government bulldozers have just been sent in, and they're tearing up our brand new netball courts before a single game can be played on them.
Look, you can clearly see from this photo that the courts have not been torn up all the way across. Sure, they're dirty and they're scuffed and they're going to need a good clean up afterwards, but they certainly haven't been ripped up. Even that tracked machinery that's been brought across there hasn't done any damage to it because it's probably got rubber pads on it, and you can in fact drive tracked machinery with rubber pads on all sorts of surfaces without doing any damage.
Gladys Berejiklian, how you could come down here with no notice, no commitment to replace these netball courts, nothing in writing indicating that you'll actually replace them as new, and destroy this facility. It's symptomatic of the total lack of respect for our local community that's been displayed throughout this project.
Look, I don't know about the no notice thing. I suspect the council did know about it in writing quite some time ago, but that's between the state government and the council. One thing I can tell you though is I just walked around the fence a little bit, maybe 20 or 30 yards from where Darcy was filming this, and there's some signage that's been cable tied to the fence, and it very clearly says the project team is working closely with council to return the courts to the community as quickly as practical and in the same condition they were in prior to the works starting. So there it is, it's there in writing on the fence. So I'm not entirely sure where this statement comes from, but you have it in writing.